Hello there. BoBo the Bitcoiner is back. Can we or can people change the Bitcoin protocol? Of course, Bitcoin is an open source software and are open to suggestion and improvement. There is this BIP feature called Bitcoin Improvement Proposal. All right. BIP is very complex. All right, and the technical terms and exercise a lot of jargons. I will try to explain it in the layman terms so that we can all understand better. Okay. Bitcoin is a decentralized network, right? We all know that already. Right? In other words, it's not controlled by any person or a group of people. All decisions are made by the whole community. All right, consists of developer, miner, exchanges, wallets, and user like you and me. And they must have a consensus acceptance before anything can be changed. So, to make a change, there is a process called BIP, right? Bitcoin Improvement Proposal. As Bitcoin is not controlled by a single company, entity, or a business, and if anyone has a good suggestion, they are free to propose the idea, and it will go through the process of being accepted, rejected, or withdrawn. There are thousands of proposals, and unless it is really valuable and constructive, most of them are being thrown out even before it's officially documented. Obviously, most proposals come from programmers who think they have something worth looking into. First, they post it on the mailing list at Bitcoin Development at list.linuxfoundation.origin. All right. The subject is then discussed in public who are knowledgeable on Bitcoin software. This initial stage is to make sure that the idea is applicable to the entire community, not just the author or the proposer. Once the idea has a chance of acceptance, a draft BIP should be presented to their Bitcoin developer mailing list. Now, the author has a chance to fresh out the draft BIP in a proper format of high quality and to address additional concerns about the proposal. The BIP should provide a concise technical specification of the feature and a rationale for the feature, including the building consensus within the community and documenting dissenting opinion. It must be a clear and complete description of the proposed enhancement. The enhancement must represent a net improvement. The proposed implementation must not complicate the protocol unduly. All right. All BIPs that introduce backward incompatibility must include a section describing this incompatibility or compatibility and their severity. Okay, BIP must explain how the author proposed to deal with these incompatibilities. Otherwise, it will be rejected outright. Once a BIP is accepted, the BIP editor assign a BIP number and add it to the BIP's Git repository. All right. The BIP editor reserves the right to reject the BIP proposal if they appear too unfocused or too broad. Once okay, the status will be changed to final. Now, that's where the real work begins. The author not only explain the concept, but must do the programming themselves. Developers then do all sorts of tests, try and error. This may take months, sometimes years, before the competent and practical proposal pass the robust appraisal. It's definitely no small undertaking. Only after stringent evaluation and assessment, it can then pass on to the community for consensus decision. Now, the decision is in the hands of the Bitcoin community, right? Developer, miner, exchange, wallet, and user. They vote and then decide, this time with not a just simple majority, it must be convincing consensus. People and users all around the world help to improve the function to get the best out of the design and the features. I will skip all the technical necessity of a BIP, but pick up a few important points, like it must explain why the existing existing protocol specification is inadequate. It must support other programming languages within the protocol. It must explain how the author proposes to deal with these incompatibilities. And the final implementation must include a test code and documentation. If the BIP isn't ready, the editor will send it back to the author for revision with specific instructions. So you see, in July 29, 2010, there was an upgrade called 0.3.6. Because there was implementation bug where it was possible that bogus transaction could be displayed as accepted, but it has since been fixed during that time immediately. Arguably, the most important improvement to the Bitcoin protocol was the activation of segregated witness. This protocol allowed more transaction into a 1 megabyte block to reduce transaction fee. This protocol change was the result of the multi-year industry and community-wide debate as to how Bitcoin should be scaled. Even after BIP is accepted and introduced, no one is forced to use it. That's the beauty of Bitcoin improvements. Like Segwit, it took more than a year for the whole community to self-implement. You don't implement it, but you do not enjoy the faster transaction of Segwit. That's all. Bitcoin Core has a lot of testing code. There is an integration test suite that runs against every PR and an extended test suite that runs every night on the master. Testing is a big deal when it comes to consensus critical software. Developers sometimes perform painstaking mutation testing. That is, they test the test by purposely breaking the code and seeing if the test failed as expected. Many more. The lead maintainer role is someone who has an oversight over all aspects of the project and is responsible for coordinating the releases. It has been voluntarily passed along over the years. First, Satoshi Nakamoto himself, of course, right? From January the 1st, 2009 to February the 23rd, 2011. It was then passed to Gavin Anderson, February 23rd, 11 to April the 7th, 2014. Then Valdemar Vandela from April 7, 14 to the present. Bitcoin Core maintainer actually had no power to make decisions. However, the role can be quite taxing due to the extra attention from the ecosystem at large. So if anyone say Bitcoin can be changed, the maximum can be to 42 million or 84 million even. Yes, they can, provided it pass the BIP processes. Hope today's episode give you better understanding about Bitcoin improvement. It's not so easy. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.